I can. Hi, everybody. This is Coach Donna Ward. I can be found at facebook.com as Coach Donna and in my group at the 10-day Get It Done. Okay, so here we are. As I said before the recording started, um, the things I'm going to share with you are only the things that I've shared in paid groups or with clients that paid me for this information. So you can get more power, more notice, and more um, fun by doing some of the things I'm going to share today. So we're going to get this going. Oh, and I better make my picture a little smaller and move me out of the way. And I'm going to move me up here. Hope I didn't make you dizzy. And I'm going to start the slide presentation. And there we go, I think. Okay, start where we're at. Okay, finally. I'm sorry, a little scattered. Okay, as I said right before I started, like 5 minutes before I started, I was just going to sit down. A repairman showed up. So here we are. Then now we're ready. Okay, so a lot of, I hear a lot about it. People are still struggling with building their audience. They're saying the algorithms just aren't working. They don't know what they're doing with Facebook anymore because it's just kind of hit and miss for them and changes are always coming. But you can get your Facebook audiences. What I've been doing for years, and I've been teaching my audience, my clients, how to get an audience this way, borrowing from your competition. It's easy, it's fun, and it works. And it works, which makes it fun. So growing your awareness online and especially on Facebook, um, as I said, seems to be tough. And it was before I did this. I hear a lot of people that I meant to take a picture of mine, but I forgot. A lot of people say their reach has gone down, their engagement is low. Mine is, I think I have like close to 6,000 fans, and mine ranges from 16 plus hundred to 4,000 reach and engagement on a weekly, daily basis. I get a lot of likes. I'm even surprised because I don't pay as much attention to my Facebook page as I should because I'm over in my group more. And I'm not only in my group more, I'm on my profile and I'm going to share. That's where I should be sharing on my next masterclass or offers for you. But so when you build your audience awareness within yourself, really, then when you really know your audience, then they start to get to know you. So of course, you yourself are always going to be unique. You're always going to educate. You're always going to entertain. Hopefully, it took me a long time to get the entertainment part down because I'm from a business background. It's like, no, when I go talk to people, it's all business. But when you go out networking, you don't just stand there and talk business. You get to know the person. So number one, knowing how you can learn more about and be different from your successful competitors is extremely important for you. Now, you can be different from them in the way that you entertain. And I cannot tell a joke, but I can be really goofy and quirky and silly because that's who I am. So that can be entertaining, I suppose. But anyway, um, when you maximize your Facebook work, that means that you're pulling in engagement, you're pulling in attention, and you're pulling in hopefully some return on your investment, your time investment and your money investment. So what you need to do is find out how many competitors are using content to answer questions that your audience is asking. So we'll get into how you can use your audience from your competitors. But first off, think about and imagine that one specific type of client and put yourself in their shoes. Okay, so I have clients that are business coaches themselves and VAs and health coaches and spiritual people. And as you know, I'm an intuitive. So I love working with other intuitives, because of course it flows better. And people that know me really well, or I know them really well, then of course it flows better. Um, okay, so imagine that one specific type of client and put yourself in their shoes. You can do that research to help you know your client so well that you can start to get it, get what they want from you and what you need to give them, not what you want to give them, as you understand and make the changes you need to make to attract them and to help them. So you use like type businesses that would be your competitors, like type businesses, to find your Facebook targeted audience. So start posting comments on your ideal clients' posts. Of course, we're going to show you how to do that in a moment. If they're not engaging with you, spend time engaging with them. The people that you know are the type of people that you want as your clients. Choose as your friends. Okay. So if I'm a health coach and you sell potted plants, but I've not shown any interest in potted plants, I'm not your ideal client. But if I make lots of notes about, look at my plants, look how well they're doing, you might want to invite me to your group after you get to know me, because I might be an ideal client for you. I might be interested in what you offer in education that you give in your groups or on your page. I'm hoping that you understand me here and that because I'm explaining it clearly is what I mean. So number 3, then, I want you to stop already with that feeling of the difficulty of what content you have to make. Some people say it's just too difficult. I don't know what to do to offer your audience. And so they don't do anything. I have services where I do content posting for my clients, and I also do blogging posts. I love to blog. Um, and I love to research. And I'm going to show you how to do some of that research. Building your Facebook business community can be, well, difficult or fun. I used to be really flustered until I figured this out. And of course, I've had a lot of coaching, and all of a sudden, different coaches help me, like, oh, I get it. And then the next coach moves that along for me, or the same coach I'll stay with for a long time because they're building upon what I already know and helping pull it out of me so that I can use it and attract more and have more fun. So any tip that works is a huge benefit. So I hope you get some benefit from today's masterclass. And I want you to know who your business community is, and that includes the people that you serve, the people you want to serve, and it also includes your competitors. They're part of your business community that you need to know what they're doing, and you need to know if your clients like what they're doing so you can model after them. Maybe some of you are doing that. If so, let me know. Okay, so first off, you'll want to set up your buyer's journey map, which means where are they now? Where do you want them to go? And what content do you want and need to lead them to where you want them to go? How will this help their future? Well, to answer that question, how do you close the gap from where they are to where you want them to be or where they want to be? And let's see what you can do with what I'm sharing today. Okay, secret number 1 then. When you know just who your ideal clients are and what they want, you are then able to choose Facebook friends as possibility clients. Marketing on Facebook is all about building your ideal audience, right? Sometimes you feel like you're just wasting time on there because you're fizzing back and forth, and that's fun. But your fan base needs to be the right audience, and that's your niche. So, like if I went out networking, I wouldn't just go to a restaurant and just start talking to people about my business unless I was at a networking group that was talking about businesses and they had people there that I might want to serve. So look at Facebook as a big networking group for you to find your ideal audience in. So next, identify your competitors. Where does your niche go and look at that things that interest them for their business? So you probably know some of your competitors, right? But how do you identify others? This is fun. You go to Google, you go to search Facebook search bar, other search engines, including YouTube and LinkedIn, wherever you want to go, but search engines and look for the type of business, your type of business. Like for me, I would look up top coaches, top Facebook coaches, top social media coaches. Because if I look up top coaches, they give me everything. So you have to narrow it down. Um, if I'm a health coach, I did this for one of my coaches, health coaches that I serve. And we looked up on a whole bunch of the top health coaches that are on Facebook. And maybe I can show you that in a second. How to identify them then? You go to Google and you go to Facebook and search engines and make a list of those top 5 Facebook pages. Once you see them, I always look top Facebook social media coaches on Facebook. And then, or you can click their Facebook page when you get there. I'll show you. Make a list of those top Facebook coaches or top people that are your competitors and make sure they're active still because some of them aren't active anymore. And make sure that they have people that look like your niche and that niche is interested, and then put them on a spreadsheet. Here's how. Okay, so if I made hand soap, homemade hand soap, now I would go want to know who my competitors were, and I would start promoting and engaging with their audience if it was my audience. As an example, let's say you promoted hand soap, homemade hand soap. I put it in the search bar. This is what popped up. Okay, then I would click on these and see which ones. Only 16 people like this. Well, there's a group, but also in this case, I could go to that group and see who's in that group. And they might be and I could even join that group. And they might have they will if I'm making handmade hand soap. And I think it's exfoliating. Is that spelled right? But anyway, um, so I would look and see who they were. I want to show you, but I don't want to have this go on forever. So I put that in the search bar. You can even put this in the Google search bar, and I'd put in the Google search bar homemade hand soap uh, coaches or sellers on Facebook, or what would they call them? Or candles and hand soap, friends who like. Okay, so you just click on any of these. I wouldn't click on the one that's like 16 people, but the ones that are doing well, 40 members, it's okay. But you go there, you could check out and see who the members are, and then you could ask them to become friends with you and build that relationship with them. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, um, so I went over this without even reading it, make sure I told you everything. Okay, so you look at what content they post, what content they're posting that your audience is interested in about. So it'd be content about them and their interests. You'd engage in feedback in those groups and on the pages. Okay. You can also use Agora Plus, a free tool called Agora Plus Barometer for performance metrics on all aspects of your competitor's Facebook page, community, and your own to see how well you're doing. And Social Bakers is great too. I believe it's another free selection of analytic tools. You can also pay for some of them, of course. Um, and give a comparison to other pages and what you're doing. And if you don't know how to use these, they're easy. But if you just can't figure it out, go to YouTube and look up how do I use Agora Plus to help my Facebook page. Okay. All right. So in my case, I would be looking up somebody say like Mari Smith. And I love Mari Smith. So I use a lot of her information. Um, so what I did is I went to her page. How do I know if my audience is attracted to what those competitors' pages you found and that I find are offering, which is similar to what I offer or what you offer? Well, you can see here that 681 of my friends like what Mari Smith is giving them. So then I would take the time um, of those 681 of my friends and check out their online work and see what I can do to help with them. Because I'm an online business coach. So I would go, I'm already friends with them. Now I would go and engage with them more often. And then I'd put them in a special list of friends so I'd know exactly who they were. You could put on Excel sheet, but if you know how to use the friends list on Facebook, which would be another class, then build that friends list and put them all on there after you've checked them out. Each time you put them on a list, make sure beforehand that they're still active, that they are people that you want to work with, that they are people that maybe can afford what you're charging, and that you can interact with them, and that they're willing to become friends with you in the next step. Because you're already friends on Facebook, but the next step is engaging with them and building that friendship. And not spamming them, not saying as soon as you go over there, say, you know what, I have a group. Why don't you join my group and get to know it, and we'll get to know each other better. Um, that turns most people off. I don't know about you, but it does turn me off. I hate to say that, but when people become my friends, and then they say, "How are you? Have you checked out my group?" Or "How are you? Here's a link to find out more information about me." I'm like, I don't even know. No, I don't even want to do that. So that's spamming to me. And most people, I think, feel that way now because you hear about a lot. Whenever anybody wants to talk with me, I'll say, sure, but no sales. No sales conversations because we're just getting to know each other. And we're just going to talk about, we can talk about what do you do as a business, but no pushing salesy stuff. So yeah, you want to build that relationship. I've shared this story a lot. I hope it doesn't bore you if you've heard it before. But when I started networking, um, okay, yeah. First, I was when I left the Presbyterian Conference Center I was an executive Presbyterian Conference Center director. And when I left there, 6 months later, I couldn't get a job because I had too much experience. I was overqualified. And so I thought I was pushed and nudged by God to check out and get my real estate license. And I did. And it was like, nothing's happening for 6 months. Hello. And my first customer, then I got good training, lots of training. I had so much training. I was very fortunate. So I got that job as a FHA loan officer, helping seniors get their reverse mortgages. Then it crashed. We had the crash, the real estate crash, and that's when I started networking. I thought, you know what, I'm going to start blogging. And then I started networking to share my blog and what I blogged about. So I went there, and I didn't really have a message. I knew I was supposed to, but I didn't. I practiced on them. What was I supposed to tell them? And I learned from them, from interacting with them, from building relationships, that there were things they didn't understand that I was talking about. They didn't know what a business coach was. They didn't know what an intuitive was. An intuitive is somebody, in my case, I'm a light worker. I didn't use that word with them, but they didn't know any of that stuff. And I didn't think about what's in it for them and to know that. Okay, so when I had to put my message together, it took me a while to figure that all out, but I started building relationships. And after, I'm sometimes a slow learner, and I didn't have any training at that time, so I was training myself. Um, and after a while, I figured out how to do it right, and I started offering um, others to learn how I was doing it because I was starting to become successful, and I started having my first group coaching. So that's how you build relationships that lead into, for me, led into coaching and sales. I hope I didn't talk too fast, and I hope that I said it clearly. Um, because you can't ask questions. Let's see if anybody is asking questions. Um, let's see. More? Nope. That's full. Okay. And I started having my first coach. That's how you no. Relationships that leading. There. Okay, I can't check it right now. I'm sorry. Okay, now I can take a look at these 681 friends and I'll start building relationships with them if I haven't already. And that's fun. Um, that's how I became so popular as a reverse mortgage coach, not coach, reverse mortgage loan officer, because I knew what I was doing and I was friendly and helpful with the people. And I remember, and they became friends with me, such sweet people. This one couple, when I joined Facebook, they saw I was on Facebook a long time ago, and then boom, they were friends with me. But when they called me because I met them out. We used to go to the big events, and we'd have a booth, and they came up and they met me there. So I gave them the information. I visited with them. Then they went ahead. They called me and said, "Well, we're gonna we go to a bank." And so they went to the bank and talked to the fella there. And this is a big bank. And then they called me back and said, "He didn't know what he's talking about. We like you better." And I got my sales. Every time I sold a reverse mortgage, I made between $4,000 and $6,000. So it was pretty important that I learned how to do that. And the same thing is important for you here for that same reason. Okay. Um, Now I can build those relationships. I like building relationships. It's fun. It's also time consuming. So every morning, my coach now has got me in the routine for 30 minutes. You can do it longer. You can do it any time of the day. You don't have to do it every morning. But I get in touch with different people and engage with them. And it's fun. Okay, so that's your first task to do is find a page that has your ideal audience on it and become closer friends with them, like relationship building, business relationship building, and start visiting with them. And then once you build that relationship, and this is the other fun part here on Facebook. When you do that, Facebook's algorithms sees it and says, "Oh, this person likes this person. They want to see each other's posts." And when you do that, they'll start seeing not only the posts that you're engaging with them on, but the posts that you're putting out to sell your products or your freebies, to offer your freebies, or even to offer your group. So you've got three reasons to do that. One is, of course, you're building relationships. And because you're building those relationships, Facebook's algorithms say, huh, they like each other. Let's show them each other more often what they have, what they offer. And the third reason is because you're going to be building your fan base. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see, where am I? I don't even need to look at this, but I want to stay on course here. Okay, so to check out if their online work. Okay, I read that. Sorry. If I were a health coach, I could look up top keto health coaches, say on Google. If my specialty was keto, is that the right way? Or I was promoting keto menus and such. Okay, so let me share. It's going to be too time consuming. So I'd look on health coaches on either Facebook or health coaches on Google, but you want to narrow it down to your specialty. So if you're a gut health coach, if you're a health coach that helps with skin problems, so you want to narrow it down, and then you if you're on Google, you want to say top keto health coaches in this case on Facebook, and they'll give you 5. Now I've done that before when I give my actual class, and I show them step by step how to do it. And if you need more help with this, let me know, and I'll do a little video just for that. But you go there and you look at the top 5 coaches, you check out each Facebook page, and some of the pages will be like no activity at all. But there still might be some of your friends that were interested in that at the time, so you could check it out. I know this is time consuming, but building a business is your job. I know you say, I don't want a job. It's your job to build your business, and it can be fun. You make it fun and it grows. Okay. So back to Mari Smith and my friends that like her page. I'm discovering more of the type of content that they think is beneficial for them, because I'll see that they're liking certain type of content, they're sharing certain type of content, they're engaging with her and making their own comments. That's what I want to see more of on my page and my profile. Because here again, if Facebook sees that people are commenting on stuff on my profile, if I say, you know what, as a business coach, I enjoy working with, whoever. And have you ever found out that there's ways to do this one thing better? How do you do it? Those are conversation starters, of course. How do you grow your business on Facebook? And then I can also, then I see that I can go on and on, but then I can see that the people that respond, their businesses too. Um, I can go on and on. I better stick to the script here. Okay. So, but anyway, I'll see what type of content they like, and I can model after her page. Okay. And then I can put them in my Facebook friends list so that I get to know them even better. If I discover that they're no longer active, as I said, I can delete them as a friend on Facebook, unless of course I'm real life friends, because some of those networking people are still my friends, and they're not doing business anymore, but I still like them. Okay, sorry it took so long. Imagine the type of client you want to work with and put yourself in their shoes. Have you ever done any offline networking? As I said, I've done a ton. I did a lot. I was like a professional networker. I was going 3 and 4 times a week, morning and night, not 2 times a day, but morning and night. And I loved it. It was fun. And at first it was frustrating because it was like, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I feel so uncomfortable. These people all seem to know each other. And once I started just talking with them and asking them questions, and what most of them were doing was what they do on Facebook, trying to sell me stuff right away. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. How did you, then I'd change this up. How did you get into that business? And I would just kind of get back off because I wasn't interested in buying their lipstick, say, at that time. Maybe later, but then it was like, I'm just trying to get to know you right now. Okay. So I would go up and ask them questions about what they did in business and why they loved what they did. Okay. And usually it was, I like helping people. I like helping people look better. Well, be a little bit more unique and a little bit deeper than that on when you answer people and when you put your content up. Then I would also get their information, their business cards, and I put it in a binder and had a little business cards there. And I would give them a weekly or monthly phone call. I'd send them an email, and sometimes they even send a postcard saying it was nice to meet them, and I look forward to getting to know them and more about what they do. I'd also ask what they're frustrated with in their marketing, and I didn't say, how can I help you? I just asked questions. So of the 681 friends on Mari's page for me, I have real bad allergies this week, sorry. I know as business friends, I'll want to interact and engage with them on my profile too. And as I said, you know why now. And then I want to start them on a client journey by paying attention to them. Okay. I can invite them also, not right away, but later. If I've known them for a while, I can invite them to become a fan on my Facebook page. And I've been doing that the last month, and I've gotten like maybe 300-400 extra likes because I have a lot of friends. And that's another thing you can take a look at. Maybe I'll do a class in that in my group too. That's fun. I've grown my pages like hunters, getting to know my business friends. And my reach and engagement has gone up because of these friends due to algorithms. Now I'll also be getting to know them even better as I visit with them on my profile, as I've said. Maybe I might not want to work with them because they're too pushy and they try to sell me stuff, right? If that's the case, I might unfriend them. It's business, nothing personal, and that's how they feel. They're trying to sell with me. If I was a personal friend, um, they might do that too, but they might practice on me. But maybe we'll like each other and trust each other the more we get to know each other. Okay, and then I can move them into the next client journey business steps. Remember, we all need to take the time as if networking offline to get to know these possibility clients. I've become real friends with many possibility clients because I really like them. If you don't want to know if you don't know who your ideal client is, you won't attract them because you won't know what they want or how you can even help them. You'll be giving them things that you think could help them, and it probably could help them, but they don't think so. They don't know until you kind of teach them through your content step by step, the journey. Being more personal in your content because you're getting to know them can really help you also with your client possibilities. Okay, okay, stop already with the difficulty of what content to offer your audience. Yeah, it's true. Marketing Facebook means you always need to find new and old ideas and great content to share and often because you know that algorithm I was talking about. You can't just put up something on your profile, something on your page one day, and the next day do the same thing just once a day because they're seeing thousands and hundreds of thousands of pieces of content go by and they're not going to even notice yours unless you've been engaging with them. But if you can schedule your content on your page and in your groups to show up more often, groups the same thing as your profile and your page. In the group, so you can talk about your business more on your page and talk about your business. On your profile, you can talk a little bit about your business. You're not supposed to, according to the Facebook rules and regulations, specs. But so post 2 or 3 times a day on your profile on what you're going to do is post entertainment post of value that you could say um, about your business. Say, are any of you experiencing a lot of allergies right now? And how are you handling allergies? Because maybe you're an allergy coach, somebody that helps them with what they eat to get over allergies. Um, because I know that I can only eat certain things. And if I had a coach, it would have to be a coach that just dealt with that specialty. Okay. I can't eat sugar and I can't eat, and I have gluten allergies. So it's like, oh my gosh. So I'd have to have a special coach. And once they knew that, a person saw that, they'd say, hey, I can help her. I should get to know her better and see how I can help her. Okay. So that's the value. And you could give an offering. You know, that little area under your banner and it has now you'll see it. I'm not going to move around and share stuff because I've been talking so long. It's already half 35 minutes. Um, and it's only going to be an hour supposedly that I'm talking, but I'm going to get into all these little things I've talked about. I'm hoping to do little Q&As on and also master classes for you in our group. And then I'll be sharing it also on my page. Okay. So anyway, as you do the entertainment and the value, get that, those type of posts, you can share an offering by saying, why don't we visit sometime? An offering of asking a question. What are you doing about your allergies today? And then when they make a comment, you could say, oh, and if something you can help with, you could say, well, would you like to hear what I could do for you in the message? And let's talk on Messenger if you'd like a little bit more information. um, but do it in a nice way after you've gotten to know them a little bit. And that's engagement. And because you're engaging, you'll also see more of each other's posts. You could do a live event on your profile saying, I'm getting ready to do an event in my group. I'm getting ready to do an event on my page about allergies and hay fever or gluten-free, what to eat and what not to eat. Maybe you'd be interested. That's your live event that you're doing um, a live video on your profile. Okay. And then you can also post daily business activities. You can even say, this is what I do on a daily, with my daily business. What do you do? It's just conversations. Okay. So using a calendar really does help. And that's why I just gave a little piece of a calendar here for you from Excel sheet. And do you use a calendar? And how do you use it? Um, it took me years to use the calendar because it's like, I just like didn't know what I was doing. And then the last 3 years, I've been starting to pull it together and make it organized, and batching content and reusing content. And it's fun and saving time. So your content must generate engagement and to drive organic reach with the right people. Organic means you're not paying for it, of course. So those 681 possible business friends are a great starting point for me to go back and just work with them. Okay. Your goal, all of our goal is, all of us have this goal, is to always find out how to build a long-term sustainable fan base and attract your friends' niche list to your content. Okay. Their niche, okay, your friends' niche list. Okay, you have a friends list. That's what I'm talking about on Facebook. You could call it your friends' niche. Okay. Um, So that's cool. Yeah, I like that. That was spectacular when I learned all about that. I've learned so much more this last couple of years. Okay, I'm going to move my picture. Okay. So content marketing is a journey. You help your niche on the path to where you want them to go and where they can find more help from you. The goal is being able to create, I left the word out, sorry, being able to create your perfect client life cycle. And it's not fast or easy to put your marketing out there and see that it always works. An activity to help you move forward, well, those 681 friends that were on Mari's page, I'll be checking out about 5 or so every morning, as I said, and I'll put them on a friends list. I could do them, I could even call it Mari's friends list. That way I know that that's where they came from. And then I can check and see what they're doing, what Mari's doing. I like that idea. I just thought of it actually. Um, or I can delete them if they're just not the type of people that I would want to connect with, or if they're not doing anything more on Facebook. So your task, if you choose to accept, is to spend 30 minutes a day to build your possibility clients friends list. Okay, let's see what else I've got here. Almost there. So what can I help you with? Number one, your client attraction means pulling in leads with great content. Okay, that's what you want to do. And that's what I help you do. Number two, capturing leads, helping your niche sign up to receive more from you. Emails, Facebook groups, events, supportive stuff from you. Also, your freebie offers and things that you sell leading into groups, paid groups, free groups, paid groups, and then one-on-one coaching or masterminds. And then number three, nurturing possibility clients. 81% of sales happen after 5 or more engaging content pieces. Number four, conversion, turning your contacts into buyers for life. Okay. It's tempting to want to try and get your social media marketing done as fast as possible. I like that too, because I am so busy, and you are too, I'm sure. But I did discover the task of a marketer is to take people you want on a journey that delivers what they want. And that's what I was kind of reading off to you in the image on there, on the right, my right. Okay. You'll stand out when you know how to engage. And that's what we want you to do. Like when at the networking groups, I started having 2 or 3 people come over and talk to me because they knew me. I stood out. And when I would go over to people that I liked and start talking to them. And then we'd get our own little niche group going on. And it was fun. And then after that, I started having my own groups, networking groups, where I taught just like Facebook groups. I'd stand up there and give a class just like this. actually just like this, but I'd have it on, I had a whiteboard, and then I'd have my computer, and it would shine my PowerPoint on there. So, because I used to do that when I was a loan officer. So you'll stand out using solutions that your client wants to hear, not what you think is best for them. So what does your client want to really hear that you can help with? Your content can guide them through their journey to your offering. Your content. That's why you want to think about what you're posting. And you're posting to build engagement, which means you're building a relationship, and you're building it, and you're adding entertainment, you're adding value, which is when you also can offer them maybe join your group, to when you have the live on your, I need to do that. I haven't done that on my profile. Have a live on my profile like this. I should have done it. I didn't even think about it until I was teaching you. I know that. See, there's so many things I know. I don't think about it until I'm teaching somebody. Have a live. I should have had a live on my profile. Doesn't matter if anybody sees it. It's just good work for me. And then once you start doing it, the more you do it, the more people will see it, and the more fun it becomes for everybody. But anyway, so you're going to be using solutions that they want to hear, not what you think is best for them. Okay, what do they want to hear that can help you with? Your content can guide them through their journey. I like that. I wrote this, and I've read it several times to make sure it was correct. But when I read it out loud and teach it, it's like, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Okay, so when you know how to sell the solution they need and want, they'll be looking for you. How do successful competitors that you also like do this? They focus and connect with their ideal clients. Go and look at their pages and see how they do it. How do you, or how will you, help your ideal clients bring about their greatest desires? Knowing the content to share that will attract and succeed without wasting so much time helps you, because you studied your ideal niche. It helps you and it helps them. Now, I've shared a way that I love doing this, which is modeling my competitors who successfully are attracting my ideal niche. Do you see the value here? Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta move myself. There's a lot of value here. I don't know if you're getting it, because that doesn't mean that you're not getting it. This means that maybe I didn't say it right for you. But if you have any questions, ask me, because you can get to work right now creating great content for your audience, engaging with as many people as possible, even as you're finding out what and how your competitors are doing what they're doing to be successful, to get that targeted audience. I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the ways you attract your Facebook targeted audience? What's worked for you? In other words, don't plan everything out ahead of time. Listen to what your audience says and make changes as you need to. Okay, that's my picture that I put up. Okay, I want to share also what happened on this picture. I put this picture up. I should have put the other one up. A lot of you probably already saw the other one. The other one was taken, I think, 2 years before this one by a professional. This one I just took with my camera, holding it out. And my hair was a little longer, and it was taken a couple of years later. And I thought, oh, I don't like that picture at all. It's not professional. I can't use it. And this is like about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And I showed the picture. The other picture was professional. I was looking to the side and I thought, well, it's okay. And so I put that up on my sales page. And then my husband saw this one and goes, well, I really like that picture. And I showed him the other one. You do? And I showed him the other one. He said, no, not so much. He said, I never really liked that other one by the professional because you look shifty eyed. And I thought, okay, but I've never used it either. But he said, I like that one. I said, okay, well, I don't think it looks professional. That was my opinion. So I put it up on my profile, side by side. This had this picture and the other one had the other picture. And I think I had like 30 comments. No, I had more than that. I had 50 comments, I think, and 25 or 30 likes and stuff. Well, you know what that did? That brought the algorithm of those people that liked and commented on it so that I could interact with them more often. And this is the one that won, obviously. I still feel self-conscious of it, but that there you have it. That's my picture. Okay, so thank you. I really enjoyed sharing all of this. I hope you enjoyed listening and hearing and learning. And I do have this offer for you, and I think you'll really enjoy it. You can go to, if you get the slides, if you'd like the slides, let me know, and I'll send them to your email. Stop sharing. And here I am, and I'll send those to your email. I'll put the link to that offer in the comments below, and I'll also share the slides if you'd like, and I'll be answering questions always, of course. Okay, big hugs. Have a rest. This is the first day of July. Should never say that because now you know when this is recorded, and next year they might be viewing it on July 1st again. Okay, anyway, have a great day. Big hugs, and I'll talk to you on Facebook.